Darrell Brooks gives an accurate description of his own self.
To suggest that I'm heartless.
That's right. I wish I could play the organ behind you. Like, that's right. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again, Fisher. He ain't never lied about that.
Mr. Brooks, what do you think this court should do as far as the sentences are concerned with all of these convictions?
He gonna act like he don't know. Wait a minute.
Honestly, Your Honor,
He doesn't know the nature of church. You know what's crazy about this? It's like he knows he's going to jail because this is obviously sentencing. So, but he's still trying to play a game even in the end, like when it's over. Like he don't know the nature and charges, and that gets debunked by virtue of him deliberately. And I'll even go as far as saying, and arrogantly waiving his right of counsel. He was warned. I remember Judge Darrell said, this is 60 years worth of experience. And you want to be a pro se defendant. Are you sure? And he most arrogantly said, nah, this ain't making me flinch one bit. So this dude is a joke. Hold on, I want to show a different part of this. Now this right here is the part where he tried to delay basically the inevitable. I like this.
To reflect that it's 4:53, Mr. Brooks is back in this courtroom. Mr. Brooks, the only way I will honor that request is if you specifically waive your right to do so. Without that, that's not a convenience for you over there.
It's certainly not.
You go over there when you frankly
Forfeit.
demand removal under Illinois versus Allen.
I didn't demand anything.
No, you conduct it. So you
My
can
conduct
sit.
didn't demand anything either.
Here we go.
Right, Mr. Brooks,
You
please
keep
sit
changing-
down.
You keep
And
changing
I'm going
the
to continue
jurisdiction.
with my sentencing remarks.
You keep changing the jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is subject matter jurisdiction.
Man, yo,
Yet to be proven
Darrell,
on the
subject matter jurisdiction don't matter at this point, man. You're at the end. You're done. What are you arguing for, man? It's like he's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. It's not working, bro. It's
In
a
that
wrap.
court and in this one,
Please sit down.
I would like to go back to the other
That's
court.
not
It's
a
not a
courtesy.
courtesy to you. If you'd like to specifically waive your right to be physically present, then I will entertain that. Otherwise, you need to sit
I
down.
never waived the right to not be
You
present.
did it by
That's
time.
because
I
you
did-
forfeited your right
I
to be
didn't
present
forfeit
by
anything, Your
conduct.
Honor.
You're
I
now
wrote-
back in this courtroom.
Your Honor, I wrote 3. I did what you asked me to do.
Oh my God.
You
said-
never once pledged to me, sir, that
No.
you would not interrupt. And you're
You-
demonstrating by being here that you continue to interrupt.
Man, I ain't trying to hear all that because at the end of the day, I did what you asked me to do. You told the bailiff to tell me.
Mr. Brooks, this is not a debate.
You told the bailiff to tell
It's
me
not
that
a
I had
debate.
to
You
write.
asked to come over here,
on.
and I honored that,
Well,
and I brought you
exercised my
back.
right 3 times. I shouldn't have had to do it 3 times.
No, wait a
None
minute.
of-
Now, this is the other thing I don't understand about this. Why is he talking about rights when he claims to be a sovereign citizen? That means there is no rights. You don't abide by our law. So he's like not making sense at all. Like, I know it's not a surprise, but it's like, listen, I was always told, if you're going to tell a lie, at least try to make the lie make sense. Like, he don't even try or endeavor to put some type of seemingly logic to it. He's just stupid.
Those opportunities that you wrote to me said, I pledge to not interrupt.
I never had to
Judge
do
Darrell.
that before. You've never required that before.
That is actually not true, sir.
You've never required that before.
He's lying.
Every single time that I've been brought over there, after
He's
some
lying.
time, sometimes very short,
Delay tactics.
sometimes an extended
Mr.
period
Brooks,
of time.
you are just simply trying
Exactly.
to delay the
I'm-
inevitable. Please sit
I
down.
don't care about the inevitable. It was
I need
already
to
written
get
from day
through
one
this
what was
hearing.
going to happen. It doesn't make me lose any sleep about that. I know I'm okay. I'm okay with everything.
Then please
I just
sit
wanna
down.
I just want to be treated fairly, which I
Please.
have not been.
Please sit down.
And then Your
Oh
Honor,
my
and then you
God.
Mr.
always make it seem
this is
like
not a
you always
debate.
make it seem like it's some type of aim And it's not.
Please
my
sit
God.
down.
We're talking about constitutional rights. You just told
Now, you know
me.
what's bad about this? Because he's already at the phase of sentencing. And all this is just making really the judge even madder to even add on enhancers. Why would you try to debate when when everything's basically over? This is sentencing. This is not trial anymore. That's why when attorney Opera was saying, she said, we're done with Mr. Brooks. We're done with him. You know why she said that? Because the verdicts was already in and it was already read and he was already found guilty. They couldn't say they was done with him during trial. They had to wait on those verdicts. But my point is, he's already done at this point. So why are you arguing with the person that really has the power to sentence you? Now that doesn't make any sense. I mean, can you get any dumber?
Where you told the bailiff to tell me that I had to exercise a right that I should already have. I did that.
Look, I know there's a movie called Dumb and Dumber, but I don't think that tops him. Because he's dumb as
Not once, not twice, 3 times. And it still wasn't honored. And then I raised this sign.
Oh my God.
I'm waving this for like 20 minutes. Saying I would want to come back. I'm doing this.
You're here now.
Can I come back? Can I come back? Can I come
sit
back?
down.
It wasn't honored. And then I
So I can
finish.
finish.
I'll write this and I'll see if Your Honor can see it on the screen. The objection sign saying I exercise my right
If
to
you
be
stop
present.
for a
I have
minute,
the order of the court.
I'll explain it, but you
Yo.
have to stop so
I'm
I
not
can
putting my-
explain it.
Your Honor, I did what you asked me to do.
He's sick.
Actually not.
Yes.
He's
Let me
mentally
explain
sick.
And
if you would like.
If I didn't, Your Honor, if I did not do what
sick.
you asked me to
He's-
do,
he's mentally
then why
ill.
was I allowed to come back if I did not do what you asked me to do?
Because I'm frankly going to a
He's
very distinct portion of this hearing where I am
Sentencing.
going to impose sentence.
Okay,
Yes.
that doesn't
And
answer
that
the question, though.
matters.
That doesn't answer the question.
It does
Please
answer the
sit down
question.
and I will explain.
I
and remain
I don't know why she just didn't put him in the other auxiliary courtroom. She was already at it's it. Well, obviously she did, but he should have been gone sooner. Because just like she said, you are simply trying to delay what's coming. Remember, he told her, I believe it was during trial. Remember, he said, I'm going to hit you with what's coming. Well, guess what? What's coming is going to be a hand down ass. Excuse me. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I ain't supposed to say that. But you know, he make me so mad. You know, some words just come out of my mouth. But listen, she hit him with sentencing. So we found out what was really coming.
quiet without interrupting me.
With all due respect.
That doesn't mean you're respecting me, so please sit down.
With all due respect. You
See,
told
he's
the
still
bailiff,
not.
When I first said, because every time that I've been brought over there.
Remove this
in the
patient,
past,
please.
Mr. Brooks,
You always stated.
I don't need a history
You always
lesson
Remove
on what
this
I've
patient.
done.
That when I exercise my right to be
Remove
present.
Untrue.
this mentally
You
ill.
always said we
Untrue.
have the record. We have the record. We can
He's
dig
sick.
into the
Get
record.
rid of him.
Mr. Brooks,
I know what the requirement
Come
was
on,
of me
go.
going over there. You've always stated
Darrell.
on the record
Darrell.
that when I exercise
over.
my right to be
It's
present,
over.
you will bring me back if I will follow
Darrell,
the rules of
it's
decorum.
over.
That's
It don't even
exact
matter
words
because
you
you're
said
going to
every
jail.
time.
which you're
I've
demonstrating
never
right now that
had-
you have absolutely
Your
no
Honor,
ability to do.
With all due respect,
Remove
I've never
him, Your
had
Honor, please.
to go through any type of certain words that needed
Oh
to
my
be
God, this
needed to
is-
be said
this
or
is
stressed
sick.
or anything like that before.
This is
I've
sick.
always done it the way that you've asked me to do it.
Darrell, this
No
is
different than today.
This is
when
sick.
I told the bailiff I would like to be present. You told the bailiff if he wants to be
I'm gonna tell
present.
y'all something right now. There is no way in the world if I ever got into a situation that the jury had a guilty verdict on me, and then now I'm gonna turn around and start arguing with the judge when now the power is in her hands. When my fate, my whole life is right in her hands. Am I gonna be that dumb to do something like that? Oh my God, this is
He has to put it in writing.
And pledge
I
to
put it-
me
I
that
put
he
it
will
in-
not interrupt me
I
This
put
is
it
to
in
the likes
writing.
of which I've never
without
seen.
a pledge.
So why am I here?
Because
I'm going to move on to another phase of this hearing, and I thought it important that you be here in person.
So I was here.
But you didn't reclaim your right to be back here.
Then why am I here
am
then, Your Honor?
allowing it to
Okay,
happen.
and
I would not be allowing
I
it.
respect that you're allowing it, but still, it doesn't answer the question, though, Your Honor.
Oh my.
It does not answer the question.
Mr. Brooks.
Your Honor, as a public
Brooks.
servant,
Yo, I can't take this.
I have the right to ask questions
Sir?
of Your
Oh
Honor.
my God.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you refuse to sit down, then you are in direct disobedience of a court order. Sit down and be quiet so I can make the appropriate record.
Can you tell me what the
Oh,
He's
my
not
God.
going to obey.
Oh.
He's now
I
forfeited
didn't
his
say I
right to be
wasn't gonna
present.
obey.
He will go into the
I
other
didn't say I
courtroom.
wasn't going to obey.
We'll be
I
in
just
recess
asked what is
until
the
he's
order.
there.
Bye.
I just asked what is the order. I didn't.
Now, this is the part of the trial that actually makes me feel good. Because you get so frustrated by his disruptions, his actions, his conduct, his disrespect to the judge and to basically everybody in that courtroom. Then it's refreshing to see the verdicts being read. Ah, this feels good. Come on, let's enjoy this.
As far as they were before, I would make just one note that Mr. Brooks is now present in a suit. And I will also advise that at 9:43 a.m. this
Get your
morning, I
popcorn,
was
kick back
advised
and enjoy.
that the jury had reached verdicts.
Because somebody
in this
about to be
matter.
stung.
And without anything further, I'll have the jury brought out.
Yeah, Darrell gets nervous now. Look.
Consent to being called that name and would like to address subject matter jurisdiction for the record as yet to be proven.
Your objections are noted. I will not be
Wait a
addressing
minute.
subject.
You know why he nervous? Because it didn't take long for them verdicts to come out. Because he know he fried.
Jurisdiction. Please bring the jury out.
Would it be proven for the record, Your Honor?
Look, he nervous as hell.
Just a reminder to everyone that I do expect
Look,
everyone in the courtroom to demonstrate
He
appropriate
about to get out a sheet and read all these legal terms that he wrote down.
decorum and courtesy as the verdicts are read, and refrain from audible responses. Any disruptions
ready.
may result in removal from the courtroom.
Look, he getting his sheet out. He about to read that whole paragraph.
Your Honor, is that a tacit agreement?
Uh,
Not
oh,
to
wait.
address subject matter
Oh, wait a minute. He learned how to say it correctly. Remember he kept saying tack it? See, he lucky if I wasn't the judge, because I probably would have responded and say, oh, you learned how to say it correctly.
jurisdiction for the record.
Jury's coming in. All rise, please.
I respectfully object to that ruling, Your Honor, and request the legal reconsideration of your ruling
You wetting your pants right now.
for the record.
You know it's over.
Your requests are noted, sir. I will not be addressing that further.
For the record, may I respectfully reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling, Your Honor.
See, watch this. If he was confident about it, he wouldn't be saying all this.
Is that a tacit agreement and a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that question as a public servant, Your Honor?
First of all, why would she have to prove to him subject matter jurisdiction when the verdicts are already in? Like, we've been past that phase. Like, what are you talking about?
For the record, may I request the legal or factual basis for your ruling, Your Honor?
And then I hate when he asks for a reconsideration. Now, why would he expect her to make a reconsideration on something that she ruled on? I'm like, this dude is stupid. I take exception. So
Might have
what?
been a false alarm.
For the record, may I respectfully request a written judicial finding of fact and conclusion of law on this issue, Your Honor?
He acts like if he takes exception
All your
to
requests are
something.
noted for the record. They all are denied, sir. All rise.
Exactly.
Jury's coming in.
For the record, may I respectfully move for an interlocutory
It's over,
declaratory
man.
appeal on this matter, Your
The
Honor?
rubber has hit the road.
For the record, may I move to stay these proceedings until this instant matter
Denied.
is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction
Denied.
Just like your hairline is
based on
denied.
what law or fact, Your Honor? Is that a tacit agreement that you don't have to answer that question? For the record, Your Honor, as a public servant?
It's over. Those verdicts are in. Your fate
You
It's
don't have
over.
to reference admiralty law or common
It's
law.
over.
This court is operating under admiralty law.
You
Will
finally
not be
have to fess
addressing
up.
any of those issues. Thank
Respectfully
you, everyone.
object,
Please
Your
be
Honor.
seated.
Yeah, shut up. Sit down.
Ladies and gentlemen of
Your
the
life
jury,
is
have
over.
you picked one among you to be the foreperson?
Oh, the verdicts are in. Here we go.
All right, I will read each one
Oh,
to
yes.
the record.
Oh, this feels so good. I feel
We,
like
the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information, dated this 26th day of October 2022, signed by the foreperson, juror number 11.
No, wait a minute. He just got stung, but he ain't feeling the effects yet. Just let it kick in. Let that kick in. Let it marinate.
If you find the defendant guilty of first-degree intentional homicide, answer the following question, yes or no.
He gonna feel the
Did
impact.
the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Is it kicking in yet, Darrell?
We, the jury,
is it
find the
kicking in?
defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide
kicking in?
as charged in count 2
You
of the
feel it yet?
information. Did the defendant commit
Oh, there it is.
first-degree intentional
There it is.
homicide
It's
while
kicking
using a
in.
dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
I seen the head.
Hey, you are to be removed right now.
Oh, I gotta
You
hear
will
that
not
again. That's
commit
refreshing to hear.
first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Burn in hell, you piece of shit.
Hey, you are to be removed
Absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely.
You will not do that.
She should have gave him a pass.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks,
It's stinging.
guilty of first-degree intentional homicide
It's stinging,
as
ain't
charged in count 3 of the information. And I should state as to count 2, it was signed and dated by the foreperson, same as to count 3. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional
Yes.
homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
The answer should have been absolutely.
We, the jury, find the defendant,
Give it
Darrell
out,
E.
man.
Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 4 of the information. Dated this 26th day of October 2022, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
See, he knows he's never going home.
We, the jury, find the
But wait a minute, let me ask you a question. Should it be a surprise to him? Did he really think that he was going to get off? Did he really think that he could manage to get out of this? I mean, it didn't come by surprise to me. Given the magnitude of this case, there was no way. I use the expression, he didn't have a snowball's chance inside of a hot oven escaping this. And it finally came back like a boomerang. And now look at him with his head hung in defeat. Wow. Let me let y'all see this one. This is another one I like. Time for the jury pool. Yeah.
Mr. Brooks, would you like me to poll the jury?
Yes.
Members of the jury, I'm going to ask each one of you individually
yes.
to stand up, identify your number for the record, and then state whether the verdicts read in
this
open
feels
court
good.
are your true verdicts. I'll start with the foreperson.
Look at it.
And I'll read.
Look at that sad. Look at that sad face. Because he knows he's done. Just like Sue Opera said, we're done with him. We're done with Mr. Brooks.
Juror numbers first, so it's a little bit easier. So juror number 11. Were the verdicts read in open court, or are the verdicts? Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, look at that look.
Verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 3. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you. Juror number 6. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true
Hell
verdicts?
yeah.
It is.
Thank you. Juror number 14. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
You damn right.
Thank you. Juror number 19. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
The answer would be what Jesus said. He said, flesh and blood did not reveal that to you. That means you dead right. That's my verdict.
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 27. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
The answer is, are you kidding me?
Yes. Thank you. Juror number 34. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Of course.
Juror number 41. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Let's use Darrell Brooks' word. Clearly. That's my verdict.
Yes. Thank you. Juror number 45. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so this is what I wanted to point out. Like, look at him now. Look how defeated he looks now. See, during the trial, he act like he was tough, examining and cross-examining the witnesses and intimidating the witnesses. Looking at his baby mother in the face and knowing that he ran her over in a vehicle, punched her in the face, and now he's questioning her like he big and bad. Even when he questioned Detective Carpenter, because he felt like, well, you interrogated me a year ago, so now I'm questioning you. I got you on the stand. I'm interviewing you. See, he thought that he was in control of that courtroom. But like Attorney Opera said, he is shackled, and he is not the strongest person in this court. He is the weakest person in the courtroom. And look how weakened he looks of impotence right now. He looks of impotence. See? Well, what happened to subject? And he kept talking about subject matter jurisdiction. Well, what does that mean right now? That means that the state obviously had the subject matter jurisdiction to not only seek a conviction on you, but to allow a grand jury to indict you and put your behind in jail. Please leave your comments, y'all.